This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening. I'd like to open the meeting of August 15th, special meeting with a roll call of the council. Commissioner Selly. Wait.
Here.
Hehan. Abernathy. Here. And Hardy. All right. If we could, sorry. Stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next is public comment on non-agenda items.
Excuse me, Mayor.
Yes.
Before you do that, I was advised by town council that we need to amend item number 5 before the meeting actually is active for any comment.
Okay.
We're changing item number 5 to read as due to the emergency created by the resignation of the entirety of the police department, discussion and decision whether the town should pay the Madison County Sheriff's Department $20,833 per month to provide 24/7 law enforcement services for the town until an interlocal agreement can be reached between the parties. A replacement chief of police can be hired. And I need a motion on that. I need us to vote to agree. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All right. Discussion on the amendment to the agenda. Any public comment on before we vote on an amendment to the agenda, item number 5.
And you're still gonna have public comment for non-agenda items?
Correct.
We're still gonna talk about this, we're just changing the way it's worded.
What was the wording that was changed?
It leads you right down a path. I'm not voting for it. Leads you down a path with no discussion. I like the way it was.
That was legal's advice during our meeting this morning, so we went with.
I like it as written, as noted.
Can you read it again, please?
Due to the emergency created by the resignation of the entirety of the police department, discussion and decision whether the town should pay the Madison County Sheriff's Department $20,833 per month to provide 24/7 law enforcement services for the town until an interlocal agreement can be reached between the parties or a replacement chief of police can be hired.
Can you email it?
Sure.
I tend to comprehend better when
Yeah, right. Can we just print it off?
Yeah.
Before, right now.
What?
Can you read it again, or will you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it again. Who has me? Okay.
And this came from legal?
Correct.
Came from Ed. Who's a-
Did this come today?
Correct, this afternoon.
It's rewording the agenda item completely. But I think John's point that it's basically summarizing the MOU is the sticking point. I just want to reread it to make sure it's
Yeah.
worded the way I heard it.
But wasn't shared with the rest of you.
Correct.
This is always in addition to MOU already in effect.
There is no MOU with the sheriff's department.
Do it for free after hours.
It's, I believe it's a handshake agreement, honestly.
Hiring an interim or another policeman. On the agenda. Right.
Did any commissioners receive confirmation from the town attorney on the reasoning for the change, or just a couple people, not the third person in the committee of police?
I received it. Ed sent it to me.
Is John not part of the committee anymore?
Yes.
I was wondering that too, because in the notes in there, it said he was invited but didn't show up.
That's a second amendment that will be made after this one's approved.
So are we making an agenda as we go?
I agree with John. I don't like
Okay,
the
let,
addition of the interlocal agreement can be reached between the parties or replacement can be reached, can be hired.
let me give a little bit of background for the moment. So, and the original idea was to sit down with Ed this morning to draft the MOU. Ed said after discussion, well, first we got an email this morning from Sheriff Hedges saying, I apologize, but due to the status of the county, I will be unable to attend this meeting. We're just a little overwhelmed right now. We're going to involve the county attorney's office in drafting an MOU. So then we spoke with Ed and he said, don't waste resources and do things twice. We'll just wait for the draft to come from the county attorney and review it then. This would be an interim until that agreement is reviewed. It should be written as an interlocal agreement because HB 333 takes effect October 1st. And in that it said you may replace, or yes, you may replace the requirement of a police chief with an interlocal agreement. So he wanted the language to match the law that is coming into effect in October. That was his advice for the evening. He said this, without a fully written agreement, would not be sufficient for the council to vote on. But it would be sufficient to have terms that would go into effect on Monday based on the agreement, the original meeting with the sheriff's office.
So we're not discussing the MOU presented to us yet.
Yes.
Pieces of the MOU that was handshake agreed upon this week. But again, we don't have confirmation that this number is going to be there.
The final interlocal,
Or
correct?
did the sheriff say, yes, we will accept the 20,000 per month until the MOU is signed?
We divvied the number and said for a 6-month agreement, 125,000.
What I'm asking is, has the sheriff's department gotten back to you and said, in lieu of an MOU until it can be signed, we agree to this number?
No,
No.
just verbally.
How many people are on the call?
With
His
Ed,
side.
what, which
On
call?
the sheriff's side. The verbal.
That was Schroeder.
He said, she said. Correct, that's what I'm. As long as we have.
Recap was sent to the sheriff's office. And corrections to the recap. So they've been sent the same document. It's part of what they were going to send to the county attorney's office for a start for Coulter's agreement, writing of the agreement. Sorry.
I'm just concerned this is a one-sided agreement,
Mhm.
this emergency proclamation. That we're assuming that the sheriff is gonna do it without the MOU being signed. That's why I asked if anybody talked to him about what is being said here, and it was agreed upon. Outside of the conversation we had for the 6 month. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, ultimately, these are notes that are not voted on from a town meeting. They're not approved. These are notes.
Yes.
Meeting.
And I understand that they agreed on the MOU, but they haven't agreed on this. This is not the MOU. There's a difference.
Did they agree on the MOU? Or
They-
any version of it?
We have to wait until we can.
I'm sorry, what?
We have to wait until there's a vote if we can discuss it or not. Transparent.
Yeah. That's,
So council,
I'm trying to reword this, but even with rewording it, it's still a one-sided thing that we are placing a job duty on the sheriff's department that they haven't agreed to.
In which case you just adjourn this meeting until the MOU is present. When
Or
MOU
the
is
sheriff could be
present.
here to vouch for this.
Correct.
all right,
Or
so
someone
what
from his
happens-
office
what
could
happens
vouch.
Monday?
If I could say something, on August 11th, the sheriff posted something to Facebook saying late in the Sunday evening, the Madison County Sheriff's Office was notified of the resignation of John Moore, Chief of Police for the Town of Ennis Police Department. We are currently in negotiations with the Town of Ennis regarding our memorandum of understanding on law enforcement covered. Rest assured, the Madison County Sheriff's Office will continue to provide uninterrupted law enforcement services to the Town of Ennis as ensuring public safety is our top priority. We appreciate your patience during this transition. D.W. Hedges, Sheriff Coroner. So it seems as though he's already addressed the emergency situation with his public announcement that was made on August 11th. So it seems like this is all for naught until you have the sheriff, the undersheriff in the room. It's pretty much all or not. And I would agree with Mitch. So you're presenting a one-sided memorandum of understanding, which has not been agreed upon by the other side. And, I personally spoke with members of the sheriff's office and the county. And, I would just say the recap is inconsistent with what was shared with me.
So if the sheriff has already made an announcement that emergency coverage is in place, this is not needed. I'm assuming Ed didn't know that that was too. Yeah.
But realistically, is the 6-month MOU an option, the way it's worded right now? Is that an option? Do we even know that?
if you have a question, could you go to the mic, please?
Nikki Hankins, the way the agenda is worded, 6-month MOU with Madison County Sheriff's Office is what is worded on the agenda. So if you do not change or amend your agenda, can you theoretically vote on how it's worded on the agenda tonight? Is there a 6-month MOU option from the county?
We have not received it.
That's what I was saying with Coulter. That's what I was saying, that the county would like to draft that instead of us. Or they are working on a draft, and why pay 2 attorneys to do it twice and then go, we'll meet you in the middle.
So before this meeting was called, we were supposed to have an MOU to look at tonight.
And the sheriff was supposed to be available to be here.
And the sheriff was supposed to be available, but things have changed.
Emergencies have definitely arisen.
Yes. My lungs contest.
The sheriff's intention was to be here last evening, and then he make it, and then he decided to come here this evening, and then he actually had to call that up as well.
Now it's all hands on deck from 3 states right now.
Correct.
I think we should table this until we have either a representative from the sheriff's office or an.
Well, like to know, is it we're on the meter now? As of Monday?
I,
No,
Calls or-
no.
How's that working?
I agree that we need to table it.
Are we still gonna have public comment on non-agenda items?
It is part of the agenda. It's required.
Or
Um,
was that
No,
Oh, wait.
you have to allow them to vote. Thank you.
Just wanna make sure we're not silenced.
So we're calling the vote on the amendment. Commissioner Selly,
Aye.
Wade,
Yes.
We're voting.
Kehan.
No.
No.
All right. So the amendment is not there.
Wait a minute. I want to ask, when I said aye, that was to table it. Did I answer that incorrectly?
There's no correct or
Incorrect.
Okay.
We're going with the intention of the table
Yeah.
motion.
That's what I thought.
It
Okay.
wasn't a motion to table it. It was the
Okay.
motion for the amendment. I should have been more clear on the
Okay. All right. Just
on
checking.
the amendment. All right, so that takes us back to public comment on non-agenda items.
Arla Smith. With Chief Moore's resignation, how does that affect the IT department? Will it go all to the Swanson gentleman that you guys contracted with to cover when he is out, or is there going to be a job posted for that position as well?
Myron Walmo. Just to clarify on that situation, in the normal business world, when a person that handles the key to the vaults, he turns in his resignation, the locks on the vaults are changed. So now when Chief Moore resigned, who is also the IT, there should have been an IT company pulled in and cleared the town's systems, because Chief Moore is no longer involved in this community as of the 17th, which these computers, it's going to be a little late after he's already gone. So why hasn't there been an IT pulled in, cleared up them systems so that they know what's transpired?
Lisa Roberts. This is in conjunction with last night's tabled agenda item in regards to presenting options for law enforcement. I have wanted this discussion for a really long time, at least 6 years, maybe longer. The town of Ennis residents deserved and were promised an open and transparent conversation. And to make this abundantly clear for those here in the room, online, shout it to the street tops, this discussion has never been about defunding the amount spent on services. Absolutely never. It is about our choice of where we want the services to be provided from. In fact, the Ennis Police Department's overall appropriated budget has increased every year since 2020, adding officer hours and equipment. The defunding label is simply used to provoke a knee-jerk reaction, spread misinformation, and malign leaders in our community. And it needs to stop. We need to have an open and honest conversation. Thank you.
Last call for public comment on non-agenda items. All right, closing public comment on non-agenda items. So that leaves item number 5, since it wasn't amended, still as is. Technically.
There should be a motion to table it, just like what you should say.
I move to table agenda item number 5 until the MOA is made available.
Second.
Discussion? Any public comment? All right, call on the vote. Sally?
Aye.
All right, unscheduled. Work session next Thursday night.
What was it? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Anything unscheduled for work session Thursday night?
You want to add to the work session on Thursday?
Yeah, probably, hopefully this MOU would be available by then.
Right. Yeah, if the MOA is available, we should discuss it.
So that we're clear, and if we're talking in the back about an unscheduled, and I'm sorry, but I will say it again. I know if there's unclear things going on, you're having your discussion in the back row, it still is convenient for us. So we're just discussing that if the MOU becomes available, sorry, I really love the poll, that it would be on the agenda next week. Now, that would mean that it would have to be prepared by Monday afternoon for it to make the agenda. Or I could put it on the agenda and go, I hope that we have one, but please be understanding that as soon as, do you see what I'm saying?
I would put it on the agenda and let's shoot for that.
And we have to table it again.
If we have to table it again till the following week, so be it.
We can make it both. So if we need to, we may, and we may do that anyway, just because there's the resolution that we need to review on mills versus value dollar, and that's going to affect how we look at the budget anyway. So those resolutions are final and through and decide what we want to do with those.
Would the commissioners be able to request an updated status of IT so it's on the agenda so we can have our questions answered?
I was about to mention that was something I hadn't thought about.
And I had my update
If
there.
we can add that to that.
And I will know more after Monday as I'm meeting with Joshua Denny. He's scheduled. Christine, when we talked on that day, I thought it was Christine that was going to come over, but Joshua Denny and I will be meeting on Monday to go through a good portion of things. So, and I will have.
As an agenda item.
Yep, not an MOU. We should send over to the county attorney as well as a wording item, just ahead of time, and it's into play in October. So you don't have to amend it or change it.
I agree with that.
Okay. All right.
We're just speaking about the wording on the agreement for the interim period until we can find either a replacement or how the town wants to go for police enforcement. It is not considered an MOU. It's an interlocal government agreement. So the word or the acronym MOU is not going to be mentioned next week.
will an interlocal agreement come to the council?
It's the same thing, it's just not called a memorandum of understanding, it's
Legally.
interlocal government,
To align with HB 330.
to align with the new building.
All right. So I'll put that on there in hopes that we have something with the understanding that I can't force something sometimes. It's just not going to happen. Depends on how it's going up at their offices as well. And then I'd like to have Ed look at it as well, not just.
We probably should.
All right. Next week, same. Oh, last item. Adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Okay.
Brandon, do you want the tables moved?
If you guys want to, if you don't want to, I get it ready.
Susie, yes, 3 o'clock Monday? No. Okay.
Sometimes I'll just leave them. Yeah, as long as it's easy for their thing.
All right, so we can leave them?
Yeah, I'll just grab.
Thank you.